Welcome back to the Mayo Rip Curl Pro Portugal, stop number 10 of the Samsung Galaxy Championship Tour. We have a lot of fans still on deck anticipating round 2 potentially being on this afternoon to continue the talk in the World Title Showdown. And still looking at conditions with me on site here, Joe Chappelle, Rosie Hodge, and Peter Mel. As we know, Rip Curl brought this event here, part of that Search Series idea, which is a big part of being a surfer around the world. Rosie, are there any venues that you're dreaming up where you'd like to see the tour stop one day?
Oh, I think there's a couple of hidden gems in Africa somewhere that'd be pretty fun to go explore. But yeah, this event as a search event was really fun. I remember the year Coco Ho and Chelsea Hedges were in the final, 2009. It's pretty epic. Really cool to think about, Pete. I know you've been
Desert Point.
Where is it?
Desert Point.
Oh, wow. Solid left-handed Indo.
Easy. But the commissioner's nightmare.
And why? Explain yourself.
Well, because there's a lot of tides in the Lombok Strait. We can talk science all day long if you'd like, but no, we got to call it.
Bathymetry.
Bathymetry, yes, bathymetry. Tides, moon, gravity. No one wants to hear about this right now.
No, we do. We enjoy it. We've been here all day. Bathymetry is the topography of the ocean floor. We learn a lot from you, Pete.
Yeah, cool. Thank you.
If you missed the moon segment in France, talking about the tides, you can still find that on the Heat Analyzer, as we are very
Joe.
looking forward to more forecasting from Pete Mel and also getting the official call for this afternoon.
Coriolis effect.
Strider Wasilewski and Travis Logie. What are we looking at today?
Thanks, Joe. Yeah, we're looking at the waves still, and we've been looking at them all day, and I'm not too sure if we have a call yet. Do we have a call, Trav?
Yeah, well, the onshore's gotten hotter and the waves have gotten smaller, so yeah, we're on. Just kidding. We're off for the day. Easy call. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 8 a.m.
There you have it, guys. Off for the day. Tomorrow morning it could be on again. Hopefully the forecast that looks good still looks good in the morning.
Thank you very much, Strider Wasilewski and Travis Logie, for a call, finally making it till tomorrow, and hopefully the swell we've been waiting for is just a little bit late. Pete, sometimes you talk about how that can happen. It can be stalled out a little bit, so we could be in for a good show in the morning.
It can. You know, it's interesting because hurricane swells are not necessarily the strongest swells in the world. You know, they radiate out. It's not like if they're not pushing and pushing water with it. It can be delayed, and that, you know, it's these swells that are moving across a long way, and generally, let's just fingers crossed. Our peak was supposed to be tomorrow. You know, there is some sets out there, inconsistent. It's just not enough waves. There's some fun waves out there, but just not enough to get some heats on, especially the importance of these round 2 heats.
Rosie, how are you holding your composure? John Florence, Gabriel Medina, Matt Wilkinson, 3 straight heats that could go down in the morning.
Well, that's it. I mean, that's the importance that we've placed on these round 2 heats, not just going for the world title, but requalification at this stage and the forecast that we have on the cards. I know things change quite rapidly around here, but we still, you know, we want to keep our options open for the best waves.
Looking forward to it. Been seeing John, Wilco, Medina, all handling themselves quite well. Medina went back to the hotel, ate with his family. John took a little nap. You know, his boards are looking solid. Peisel recently won the Stab in the Dark with Dane Reynolds riding his boards. Everything seems like it's working well for both competitors. And Pete, I'm not feeling any pressure out of the top 2 seeds. Are you?
I'm not. I mean, we talked about it this morning, though. I did mention that the surfing in the water felt like there was something being pressed. But, I mean, his demeanor, carrying himself very well, very relaxed. He doesn't look like he's, you know, timid at all. You know, you see he gets into his hyper-focus right before his heats, and, you know, the tunes come on, and he blocks everyone out, exactly what you kind of need to do when you kind of try to get into the zone. And, you know, again, just his surfing part, I think that maybe just a bit relaxed. I mean, Gabriel, same thing. I think that he went to the point in his first round heat where he just rode a ton of waves, which I guess is generally what he likes to do, but it felt like there was just too many waves. So I think that maybe a selection of those nice higher quality waves, he would have won that heat and he'd be in round 3.
Interesting breakdown. Obviously from Pete, we're always getting him to dissect the forecast. Rosie, when you're on tour, was it something you were studying religiously overnight, making sure you know what the maps were looking like, or were you sort of like a wake up and go kind of competitor?
Do you know what I've learned over all these years? It doesn't matter how many things you look at, the ocean is going to be the ocean at the end of the day, and that's the variable part that always comes to play. Those storms, they change rapidly. Pete, you talk about how hurricanes lose their power as they get closer or in this colder water. So, you know, I like to just wake up and see how the day works out.
Seeing this westerly direction for Supertubos. Pete, you liking that direction and this angle for this beach break?
Yeah, you wanted to get it that westerly angle. It gets in here, and that was why we were so excited about what we saw from, you know, the hurricane stuff, was that it was that angle gets in here. It just didn't have enough juice yet. Let's hope that tomorrow, you know, there's supposed to be, like I said, Surfline was saying tomorrow was going to be a bit more consistency, and you know, the winds are going to be pretty good. I think we're not going to have those nuclear offshores that would be really nice if we were going to be a tube fest, but we will have some light winds. Again, you look there, and I think the reason why we're not in a rush here too is that you look out there on Sunday, even though the direction of the swell there, the wind right now is like southwest, which is not good here for Supertubos. Maybe we start opening up those options to look around the corner. We know there's waves around the corner. I mean, the surfs here are available everywhere. So maybe that option starts.
Well, it's interesting because we know it's just day 2 of the waiting period. Off till tomorrow. We have multiple backup venues. So no one's really worried about finishing the event. It's just what do we do with this excitement that we had this morning to continue with the World Title Showdown, Ro?
Yeah, definitely. You think about the competitors also having to like pack it all down and box it away for tomorrow or the next day. That's also, it takes its toll on your energy.
Interesting. We were sitting with Stu Kennedy as well. He had a free surf the night before the first day of the waiting period. He's out there with local boy Miguel Blanco, who has John in the first heat. He was feeling the size increase, and Miguel, from his local take, was saying, you know what, this is actually a couple of days late. He was thinking the whole system might have just been pushed back a day, and he said as a local, you have to be ready to adjust. Things can change really quickly around here.
And that's why I think John's going to have to be careful of that wild card, because he surfs out here all the time. He lives in Cascais, but he knows when it's on, gets up here and gets his time in. So I don't think that John's going to take it lightly.
Exciting day. We're going to sit here and break down more heats, think about more venues where we want to see, and that's what commentators do on lay days. Hope you enjoy the rest of the day where you might be around the world. And we'll leave you with John Florence talking about the act of wearing the Jeep yellow jersey, and we'll see you bright and early tomorrow at 8 o'clock for Dawn Patrol.
There's definitely a little bit of weight being carried for sure. Me and Medina right now, we're so close in points. So there's definitely a little bit of a tension there. Worked so hard all year to put yourself in this position. Just want to go do what I'm going to do and hopefully beat them.
It's amazing to think about the age of both these kids in the water. They have the best surfing in front of them.
To have the Jeep leader jersey here in Portugal is pretty awesome. I'm so stoked, and it's going to be an awesome finish to the year. But dream is to win the world title, so I'm just going to do everything I can to do it.
This copyrighted event broadcast is produced by the World Surf League for broadcast around the world and may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the written consent of the World Surf League.